The WNBA, the rise, the revolution, and the fight for the future. For years, the WNBA has fought for recognition in the crowded sports landscape. While men's basketball thrives with billion-dollar contracts and global superstars, the women's game has struggled for funding, media attention, and fair pay. But the past few years have been different. This year, the WNBA started reaching new heights, record-breaking attendance, rising TV ratings, and a new generation of players captivating audiences like never before. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have brought their college rivalry to the pros, fueling an unprecedented level of excitement. Then there's A'ja Wilson, who continues to dominate, cementing herself as the face of the league. The WNBA isn't just surviving, it's thriving. But behind the success, a battle is brewing. A fight for fair pay, better working conditions, and a bigger share of the revenue pie. The league is growing, but its players are demanding more. And with a potential lockout looming, the question remains, is the WNBA finally ready to take its place among the biggest sports leagues in the world? Let's break it all down. 2024, the year women's basketball took over. I mean, if you weren't paying attention to women's basketball before, 2024 made sure you had no choice. The WNBA's average attendance hit over 9,800 per game, the highest in 22 years. New York Liberty's championship run is proving women's basketball can create as much hype as the NBA. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are carrying their legendary college rivalry into the WNBA, which has brought millions of new fans along with them. Clark, now with the Indiana Fever, leads the league in assists, proving she's more than just a shooter. And then there's Reese, a dominant force for the Chicago Sky, who leads the league in rebounds, bringing the same fire and confidence that made her a star at LSU. Meanwhile, we have WNBA veterans, A'ja Wilson. She's putting up 26.9 points per game, making her the most unstoppable force in the league. But as fans flood arenas and TV ratings soar, the players are making it clear. They want more. The battle for fair pay. Will there be a lockout? The WNBA's success is undeniable, but as the league grows, its players are demanding their fair share of the profits. So right now, WNBA players receive just 10% of the league's basketball-related income, compared to NBA players who take home 50%. The WNBA's minimum veteran salary in 2025 is $78,831. The Supermax contract, the highest player can make possible, is $249,000 per year. In contrast, an NBA player on a minimum contract can make $1.1 million per year, a minimum contract. So players aren't asking for NBA salaries, but they are asking for NBA-level revenue sharing, a fair cut of what the league brings in. Napheesa Collier, one of the league's biggest stars, is making it clear. We're not asking for the same salaries as the men. We're asking for the same revenue shares. We get such a small percentage right now that affects our salary. We're asking for a bigger cut, one that reflects what we bring to the league. The Women's National Basketball Players Association has already announced its plan to opt out of the current collective bargaining agreement at the end of 2025, meaning if a new deal isn't reached, a lockout could be coming. Players like Angel Reese are hinting at sitting out until their demands are met, and Reese put it bluntly, if y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out. The league is thriving, but it can't afford to ignore the players who are driving the success anymore. The Detroit Shock revival, it could be a sign of bigger things to come. While the WNBA players are fighting for fair pay, investors are lining up to get a piece of the action. Detroit is making a serious push to bring back its WNBA team, the Detroit Shock, a franchise that won 3 championships before relocating to Tulsa in 2009. And leading the charge, a super team of investors. That's going to include Piston owners Tom Gores, Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff, basketball legends Grant Hill and Chris Webber, General Motors CEO Mary Barra, and even rapper Eminem. Eminem is a lifelong Detroiter, and he's going to bring his star power to, take on the bid, one that could make a huge turning point for the WNBA. Bringing the Shock back could set the stage for further expansion, proving that there's big money to be made in women's basketball. Beyond the court, WNBA players are changing the culture. WNBA players aren't just advocating for better pay, they're reshaping the culture of basketball itself. There's more visibility. The WNBA is getting primetime slots on major networks, increasing their reach like never before. There's more business ventures. Players are landing endorsement deals, launching businesses, and becoming entrepreneurs, proving that women's basketball is a valuable market. There's also more excitement. The game itself is evolving with higher scoring, more athleticism, and more fast-paced matchups, keeping fans engaged. So this isn't just about basketball, it's about recognizing the value in women's sports. So what's next for the future of the WNBA? The WNBA's rise in 2024 is only the beginning. With expansion talks, record-breaking viewership, and a new wave of talent, the league is poised to explode in popularity. But the question remains, will the players get the fair treatment they deserve? The WNBA isn't just a league anymore. It's a movement. And the players are making sure that their voices are going to be heard. Because they're not just here to play. They're here to change the game.